Hello, English learners, and welcome back to the English Practice Podcast. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Sophie. We are so happy you're tuning in today for a lesson that is incredibly useful for everyday life in the USA.
That's absolutely right, Sophie. Today, we are taking a trip to the supermarket.
It's a place we all have to go. We'll explore the language you hear and use from the moment you walk in to the moment you pay and leave.
We will listen to a full conversation between a customer and a cashier, and we'll stop along the way to explain everything in simple, clear English.
This will help you feel much more confident during your next shopping trip. So, let's grab a shopping cart and get started.
Okay, so our shopper, a man named Tom, has finished getting his groceries. He has a full cart and is now walking towards the front of the store to pay.
At the front of most American supermarkets, you'll see several lanes or lines for paying. These are called checkout lanes.
Tom sees a short line and pushes his cart toward it. The cashier, a woman named Maria, sees him. Let's listen to the first part of their conversation.
Maria says, "Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane."
Let's pause there. The express checkout lane. What does that mean, Sophie?
The express lane is a special, faster lane for people who are buying only a few things. It's for a quick express trip.
Exactly. There's always a sign that says how many items you can have. It's usually something like 15 items or less, or 10 items or fewer.
Maria then explains this. She says, "It's for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there."
So she's politely telling him he is in the wrong line because his cart is full. He has too many groceries.
Tom is a little bit embarrassed and maybe a little annoyed. He replies, "Oh, come on. I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will you?"
Cut me some slack. That's a great phrase, Sophie. It's very informal.
It is. It means don't be so strict or give me a break. He's asking her to bend the rules for him because he only has one extra item.
Listeners, you can use this phrase with friends or in informal situations. For example, if you're 5 minutes late for a meeting with a friend, you might say, "Sorry, I'm late. Cut me some slack. The traffic was terrible."
It's a very common, natural-sounding phrase. Now let's see how the cashier, Maria, responds to this.
She thinks for a moment and decides to help him. She says, "Fine. Please place your items on the belt."
Okay, two important words there. Items and belt.
Items is just another word for the things you are buying. Your groceries. Your milk, bread, and apples are all items.
And the belt is the black moving rubber surface at the checkout counter. You put your groceries on it, and it moves them towards the cashier. It's also called a conveyor belt.
So Tom starts unloading his shopping cart, putting his groceries onto the conveyor belt. Maria then says, "And please push your shopping cart through."
What does she mean by push your shopping cart through?
After you unload your cart, there is an empty space next to the cashier's counter. She is asking him to push the now empty cart to the other side so it's out of the way.
This keeps the area clear for the next person in line. It's a small but common instruction.
As Tom is putting his last few items on the belt, Maria asks a very, very common question in American supermarkets.
You will hear this almost every time you go shopping. She asks, "Do you prefer paper or plastic?"
Paper or plastic? She is asking what kind of bag he wants for his groceries, a paper bag or a plastic bag.
In the past, this was a standard question. Today, many people bring their own reusable bags to be more environmentally friendly.
That's a great point. If you bring your own bags, you can simply say, I have my own bags, thank you.
But in this dialogue, Tom doesn't have his own. He replies, "Plastic, please."
Simple and clear, he has made his choice. As Maria starts scanning his items, Tom remembers something.
He says, "I also have a couple of coupons."
Ah, coupons, a very American thing. What exactly are coupons?
Coupons are special pieces of paper or sometimes digital codes on your phone that give you a discount on specific items.
For example, you might have a coupon for 50 cents off a box of cereal or $1 off your favorite brand of coffee.
They are a way for stores and brands to encourage you to buy their products. You can find them in newspapers, in the mail, or on websites.
Maria is happy to help. She says, no problem, I'll take those. So Tom hands her his coupons.
The scanner at the checkout makes a beep sound for each item. Beep, beep, beep. Maria scans the milk, the bread, the eggs.
Then she looks at the coupons Tom gave her, and she has some bad news.
She says, "Sir, these coupons expired yesterday."
Oh no, let's talk about that word. Expired. What does it mean for something to expire?
To expire means it is past its date of use. It's no longer valid or good. The time period for using it has ended.
You often see expiration dates on food like milk or yogurt. If the milk is expired, you shouldn't drink it. It's old.
It's the same for coupons. They have a date on them, and you must use them before that date. Tom's coupons are one day too late.
Tom is disappointed. He says, darn. Oh, well, I guess it's just not my day.
Darn is a mild word to show you are annoyed or disappointed. It's like saying, "Oh no."
And the phrase, it's just not my day, is another fantastic common expression.
It means you are having a day where everything seems to go wrong. First, he was in the wrong lane, and now his coupons are expired. He is having bad luck.
Let's practice that. Imagine you miss your bus and then it starts to rain and you forgot your umbrella. You could say to yourself, ugh, it's just not my day.
It's a perfect way to describe a day full of small, frustrating problems. Tom then says, "Thanks anyway."
This is him being polite. Even though she couldn't accept the coupons, he is thanking her for trying.
Now it's time to pay. Maria moves the conversation forward. She asks, "Do you have a club card?"
What is a club card, Sophie? It sounds exclusive.
It's not as fancy as it sounds. A club card is a loyalty card or a rewards card from the supermarket.
Many stores in the USA have them. It's usually free to sign up. When you use the card, you can get special discounts or earn points.
The cashier scans your card and the computer automatically applies any available discounts for members.
It's the store's way of rewarding you for being a loyal customer and shopping there often.
So Maria is asking if he is a member of their loyalty program. Tom says, "Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go."
Here you go is a very common phrase you use when you are giving something to someone. He is handing her his card.
You can use it anytime you hand something over. If someone asks for a pen, you can hand it to them and say, "Here you go."
Maria takes the card and scans it. A few prices on the screen go down. The card worked. She hands it back to him.
Now for the final step, the actual payment. She asks, "Will this be debit or credit?"
This is the next standard question after she scans your items and your club card. She needs to know how you want to pay.
Let's quickly explain the difference. A debit card takes money directly from your bank account, your checking account.
A credit card is different. When you use it, you are borrowing money from a bank, which you have to pay back later.
Both are very common ways to pay. Tom knows his answer. He says, Debit, please.
He wants to use his debit card, so Maria will prepare the card machine for a debit transaction. But Tom has one more request.
He adds, also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Cash back. This is an incredibly useful service at American supermarkets. Sophie, can you explain how it works?
Absolutely. Cashback allows you to withdraw cash from your bank account, just like at an ATM, but right there at the checkout.
So, let's say your groceries cost $78 as they do in our story. Tom wants $50 in cash.
So the cashier will charge his debit card for the total amount $78 for the groceries plus the $50 cash he wants.
The total charge on his card will be $128. Then the cashier opens the cash register and hands him $50 in cash.
It saves you a separate trip to the bank or an ATM. It's very convenient.
Maria confirms his request. She says, yeah, sure. She adds the $50 to his total.
Then she tells him the final amount. Your total is $128.30.
Notice how she says the price. She says $128.30. That's very clear.
Sometimes people might say it more quickly, like 128.30, but for clarity, the first way is better.
Tom then uses the card machine. He inserts his debit card and enters his PIN, his personal identification number.
The transaction is approved. The machine prints a long piece of paper. This is the receipt.
The receipt is a record of your purchase. It lists all the items you bought and the prices. Maria hands it to him.
She finishes the conversation with a friendly closing. She says, here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. This is a very common and polite way to end a service interaction in the United States.
Tom replies, you too, and takes his bags of groceries. His shopping trip is finally over.
What a great, detailed example of a typical checkout process. We covered so much vocabulary.
We did. From the express lane and conveyor belt to coupons and cash back.
These are all words you will hear and use constantly.
Welcome back to the English Practice Podcast. This is part 2 of our lesson on navigating the American supermarket.
In part 1, we followed a customer named Tom through the entire checkout process. Now, let's rewind and explore some other situations you might encounter.
Let's go back to the beginning of the shopping trip. Imagine you've walked in, you have your cart, but you have no idea where to find the pasta.
This is a very common problem, especially in big supermarkets. The stores can be huge and confusing.
You see an employee stocking the shelves. Stocking the shelves means they are putting new products on the shelves for customers to buy.
What is a polite way to interrupt them and ask for help, Sophie?
A great way to start is always with "excuse me." It's the polite way to get someone's attention.
So you could say, excuse me, could you tell me where the pasta is? Or, excuse me, I'm looking for pasta.
Both are perfect. The employee will then tell you which aisle to go to. An aisle is the lane or corridor between the shelves.
They might say, it's in aisle 7, or you'll find that in the international foods aisle, halfway down on your left.
Great. So that's how you find things. Now let's talk about different sections of the store. There are a lot of specific words.
Yes, for example, the produce section. This is where you find fresh fruits and vegetables like apples, bananas, and lettuce.
Then you have the dairy section. This is where you'll find milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. These are products made from milk.
Don't forget the deli counter. This is a service area where you can buy sliced meats and cheeses. You tell the employee exactly how much you want.
You might say, I'd like a half pound of turkey breast, please. A pound is a unit of weight used in the USA. It's about 453 grams.
And there's also the bakery, where you get fresh bread, cakes, and cookies. The frozen food section has ice cream and frozen meals.
Knowing the names of these sections can really help you find your way around a new store.
Let's move on to another common situation. You pick up an item, but there's no price tag on it. You don't know how much it cost.
This can be frustrating. You can take the item to the front of the store, to a customer service desk, and ask for a price check.
So you can say, "Excuse me, could I get a price check on this item, please?" They will scan it and tell you the price.
Now let's go back to the checkout line. In our story, Tom paid with a debit card. But what if he wanted to pay with cash?
If you pay with cash, you give the cashier money and they will give you back any extra. This is called change.
For example, if your total is $18 and you give the cashier a $20 bill, they will give you back $2 in change.
The cashier might say, "Your total is $18 out of 20." And then they will count your change back to you. That's $2 change. 19, 20.
This is becoming less common as more people use cards, but it's still good to know.
Let's talk more about technology at the checkout. Many stores now have a self-checkout option.
Ah, yes. The self checkout lanes are where you are your own cashier. You scan all your items yourself.
There is a scanner, a screen, and a bagging area. You scan each item's barcode. That's the little box with black and white lines on the packaging.
After you scan everything, you pay at the same machine using a card or sometimes cash.
It can be faster if you only have a few items, but sometimes the machines can be a little tricky. There's usually an employee nearby to help if you have a problem.
Another modern way to pay is with your phone, using something like Apple Pay or Google Pay. This is called contactless payment.
You just hold your phone near the card reader. It's very fast and convenient.
Okay, let's do a little practice. I'll be the cashier, and listeners, you can be the customer. I'm going to ask you some questions. Just say the answers out loud. Ready?
This is a great idea, Sophie. Let's start.
Okay, I've just finished scanning your last item. I look at you and ask, did you find everything okay today?
You could answer, "Yes, thank you," or "Yes, I did."
Great. Now I ask, do you have a club card?
If you do, you can say, "Yes, here you go." If you don't, you can say, "No, I don't."
Perfect. Next question. Paper or plastic?
Choose one. You can say, "Plastic, please." Or, "Paper is fine, thanks." Or if you brought your own, "I have my own bags."
Excellent. Now for payment. Will that be debit or credit?
Answer with your preference. "Debit, please." Or, "I'll use credit."
Last question. Would you like any cash back?
You could say, "No, thank you." Or, "Yes, please." $20.
Fantastic work. See, those are the main questions. If you know how to answer them, you will feel so much more relaxed at the checkout.
It's all about knowing what to expect. The conversation is usually very predictable and follows the same pattern every time.
One last scenario, Sophie. What happens if your card is declined? That can be an embarrassing moment.
It can be, but don't worry. It happens sometimes. The card machine will make a sound and the cashier will say something like, "I'm sorry, it looks like your card was declined."
They might ask, do you have another form of payment? This is your chance to try a different card or pay with cash if you have it.
It's usually just a technical problem. It's best to stay calm, apologize, and try a different card.
That's great advice. Supermarket interactions are a huge part of daily life here, and practicing this language is a key step to feeling comfortable and fluent.
From finding the produce in the right aisle to asking for cash back, you now have the tools you need for a successful shopping trip.
We hope this detailed walkthrough has been helpful for you. The best way to get better is to practice in the real world.
So the next time you go to the grocery store, try to listen for these phrases and maybe even try to use one or two of them yourself.
That's all the time we have for today. We had a great time taking you shopping with us.
We really did. Learning English is a journey, and every small conversation is a step forward.
If you found this lesson helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and reach more learners just like you.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss our next lesson.
We love hearing from you, so please leave a comment below. Let us know if there are other everyday situations you want us to cover.
Thanks for listening to the English Practice Podcast. Until next time, keep practicing.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.